I've been on both ends, and the biggest thing is to, as we all say, it's so cliche, not putting any more pressure, but that's the biggest thing because, it gets so hyped up. Oh, it's a one-game playoff, winner takes all. We know what's at stake, and the sooner you realize what's at stake, you're easy to move on and say, you know what, that's at stake. Let's focus on doing what we have to do. I enjoy every bit of the crowd and just being in the game, with the guys. That's something that you live in the moment, and, at the time you may feel like, okay, I'm calm. But by the end of the night, you're like, you know what, hey, even when I thought I was calm, I could feel myself like, the anxiousness of, all right, let's play, let's do this. And it's something that you should embrace because if you hold it back, you might miss out on something special.
Mercer brought up the topic. You brought it up, too, about pressure, but you made it seem like mentally. Mercer brought up the topic of putting pressure on him physically, Arrieta, making him move off the mound, making him work from the stretch, maybe, laying down a bunt or trying to steal. How crucial is that to you guys getting a victory in the end?
It's crucial for us any game, regardless of who we're playing. Our big thing is if we can get on base, we know we can put pressure on that pitcher. He's got to pitch from the stretch. He's got to worry about guys taking bags. He's got to worry about guys hitting with runners in scoring position. If a guy gets to throw, from the windup for most of the game, he's pretty comfortable. Anytime you can make that guy get a little bit out of his comfort zone, pitching from the stretch, getting off the mound, you're making him work, and he's got some work to do.
It's kind of ironic, isn't it, that you get to October and you've got all these great pitchers who aren't used to letting guys get on base, so they're not used to pitching from the stretch, which seems to be a pretty fundamental thing. So you almost try to get at the as core of a fundamental thing as possible against what otherwise are really great pitchers.
Yeah, it's two good guys going on the mound tomorrow, and I'm sure they're probably thinking the same thing. Hey, get guys on and try to make him, make a mistake, or you can't sit here and say, hey, we got to hit a grand slam. We got to do this. Get guys on, make him pitch out of the stretch, and that's when things happen.
For you, any stress about maybe having to bounce around the diamond a bunch of times in one game to play third, second, maybe, right field in a crucial situation like that, or is that so second nature to you at this point, even though it's the wildcard game, it doesn't matter?
Second nature. Regardless of game one or wild card, I've done it, coming up. I've had to start a game at third and go to the outfield and come back and finish at third, or go from third to second to the outfield, just depending on situations of the game. And over the past couple of years, it's almost second nature, having my gloves out there with me, knowing that anything could happen.